Melakim 2, 2 Kings chapter 17. In the 12th year of Ahaz, sovereign of Yehuda, Hoshea, son of Eloah, began to reign over Yisra'el and Shamaron for 9 years. And he did evil in the eyes of Yahuah, but not as the sovereigns of Yisra'el who were before him. Shalmaneser, sovereign of Ashur, came up against him, and Hoshea became his servant and rendered him a present. But the sovereign of Ashur found a conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to So, sovereign of Mitzrayim, and had not brought a present to the sovereign of Ashur as year by year. And the sovereign of Ashur shut him up and bound him in prison. And the sovereign of Ashur went through all the land and went up to Shamaron and besieged it for 3 years. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the sovereign of Ashur captured Shamaron and exiled Yisra'el to Ashur, and settled them in Halach and Chever, the river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Madites. Now this came to be because the children of Yisra'el had sinned against Yahweh their Elohim, who had brought them up out of the land of Mitzrayim, from under the hand of Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, and revered other mighty ones, and walked in the laws of the Gentiles whom Yahweh had dispossessed from before the children of Yisra'el, and of the sovereigns of Yisra'el that they had made. And the children of Yisra'el secretly did matters against Yahweh their Elohim that were not right, and they built for themselves high places in all their cities, from watchtower unto the walled city, and put up for themselves pillars and asherim on every high hill and under every green tree, and burned incense there on all the high places, like the Gentiles whom Yahweh had removed from their presence. And they did evil matters to provoke Yahweh, and served the idols, of which Yahweh had said to them, "Do not do this." And Yahuah warned Yisrael and Yehuda through all of his Neviim and every seer, saying, "Turn back from your evil ways and guard my commands and my laws, according to all the Torah which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants the Neviim." But they did not listen, and hardened their necks like the necks of their fathers, who did not put their trust in Yahweh their Elohim, and rejected his laws and his covenant that he had made with their fathers, and his witnesses which he had witnessed against them, and went after worthlessness and became worthless, and after the Gentiles who were all around them, of whom Yahweh had commanded them not to do like them. And they left all the commands of Yahweh their Elohim, and made for themselves a molded image, 2 calves, and made an Asherah, and bowed themselves to all the host of the Shamayim, and served Baal, and caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire, and practiced divination and sorcery, and sold themselves to do evil in the eyes of Yahweh, to provoke him. So Yahweh was very enraged with Yisrael, and removed them from his presence. None was left but the tribe of Yehuda alone. Yehuda also did not guard the commands of Yahweh their Elohim, but walked in the laws of Yisrael which they made. And Yahweh rejected all the seed of Yisrael, and afflicted them, and gave them into the hand of plunderers, until he had cast them out from his presence. For he tore Yisrael from the house of David, and they made Yerovim son of Nevat sovereign. And Yerovim drove Yisrael from following Yahweh, and made them commit a great sin. And the children of Yisrael walked in all the sins of Yerovim which he did. They did not turn away from them until Yahweh removed Yisrael from his presence, as he spoke by all his servants the Neviim. So Yisrael was exiled from their land to Ashur, as it is to this day. And the sovereign of Ashur brought people from Babel, and from Cutha, and from Awah, and from Hamath, and Sepharwaim, and placed them in the cities of Shamaron instead of the children of Yisrael. And they took possession of Shamaron, and dwelt in its cities. And it came to be at the beginning of their dwelling there, that they did not revere Yahweh, and Yahweh sent lions among them, which kept on slaying among them. And they spoke to the sovereign of Ashur, saying, "The nations whom you have removed and placed in the cities of Shamaron do not know the right ruling of the Elohim of the land. And he has sent lions among them, and see, they are slain among them, because they do not know the right ruling of the Elohim of the land." And the sovereign of Ashur commanded, saying, Send one of the Kohanim whom you exiled from there to go there. Let him go and dwell there, and let him teach them the right ruling of the Elohim of the land. And one of the Kohanim whom they had exiled from Shamaron came and dwelt in Bethel, and taught them how to revere Yahuah. But every nation was making mighty ones of its own, and put them in the houses of the high places which the Shamaronites had made, every nation in the cities where they dwelt. And the men of Babel made Succoth Benoth, and the men of Cuth made Nergal, and the men of Hamath made Eshima, and the Alwites made Nivchaz and Tartark. And the Sepharites burned their children in the fire to Adramelech and Anamelech, the mighty ones of Sepharim. They also revered Yahuah, and from every class they made for themselves priests of the high places, who offered for them in the house of the high places. They were revering Yahuah, and they were serving their own mighty ones, according to the ruling of the nations from among whom they had been exiled. To this day they are doing according to the former rulings. They are not revering Yahuah, nor do they follow their laws, or their right rulings, or the Torah and command which Yahuah had commanded the children of Yaakov, whose name he had made Yisra'el, with whom Yahuah had made a covenant, and commanded them, saying, Do not revere other mighty ones, nor bow down to them, nor serve them, nor slaughter to them. But Yahuah, who brought you up from the land of Mitzrayim with great power and with an outstretched arm, him you shall revere, and to him you shall bow yourselves, and to him you shall slaughter, and guard to do forever the laws and the right rulings and the Torah and the command which he wrote for you. And do not revere other mighty ones, and do not forget the covenant that I have made with you, and do not revere other mighty ones, and revere Yahuah your Elohim, so that he delivers you from the hand of all your enemies. But they did not obey, and did according to their former ruling. So these nations were revering Yahuah, and served their carved images, both their children and their children's children, as their fathers did, they are doing to this day.